Alright, in this video I'm going to do a repair on this Xbox remote. It is the Xbox One. You can see this is a good remote. If I move the up and down thumbstick around, you can see that it doesn't move afterwards. Basically, if you push down, it'll go down, and then let go, it'll stay there. However, if I switch the remotes, I get a very different experience with this Xbox remote. So I'll just get this one worked in. And left and right is just fine on this remote. However, the up and down is the issue. So if you push down, it'll go down. And then if you let it go, it'll snap all the way back up. Basically, it always goes back to the top of the screen no matter what you do. So if you're ever using this remote, it's always fighting and trying to go basically as if you're pushing directly up. So even though you're not doing anything with the right thumbstick, it's always trying to go straight up to the top of the screen. Very annoying when you're using the Xbox. Not that I play Xbox, but my kids do. And the first thing you need to do to get into this thing is to remove the side covers. Now to do this, I'm just using a very small flathead screwdriver. Basically just insert it into the crack, give it a twist, and then work the flathead screwdriver around the controller and just pop out wherever there's a little clip. And now there's 4 screws, and then there's 1 screw behind the sticker in the middle. And I took them off camera. They are Torx screws, but there's a little proprietary thing inside them. Basically, there's like a pin in the middle of it, and I don't have that. However, what I found was some of them you could just use a Torx screwdriver without issue, like the pin is set down far enough. And then others, I just used a flathead, and I just unscrewed them with the very small flathead. And then for I think one of them, when I was just working the small flathead around and unscrewing it, the actual pin in the center snapped off. So I was able to use the Torx screwdriver again. Now you may have difficulties removing them. Again, it is proprietary. I believe they're trying to stop you from taking the remote apart. But if you want to clean this thing, obviously you've got to get into it. Now, once you've got all 5 screws off, the front can come off fairly easily. And then the first thing I'm going to do, and almost the only thing really left to do here, is to remove the thumbsticks, which also sort of act as a cover for the thumb controllers underneath it. And obviously the one on the right is the offensive stick, but I will clean both of them now that I've got the front of this thing taken apart. Now you can see there's little green boxes on the side. If this cleaning it doesn't work for you, you may need to change those little green boxes on the side, but if you're getting to that point, you might as well just get a new remote. Or if you have a donor remote, maybe you can swap out the little boxes on each side of these thumbsticks as well. And I'm using compressed air first. So just moving the stick around on both of them and then just blasting air in there. I think this is probably about 40 psi. If you have compressed air in a can, that would also work. Now, the second thing I'm going to do is take some electrical contact cleaner. So this is stuff that'll evaporate very quickly and it doesn't leave any residue behind. And I'm just going to spray that down into the controls as well. And obviously I'll work the controls around a little bit while the electrical contact cleaner is still in a liquid form. And then I use the compressed air one more time and I just blow out the remaining electrical contact cleaner. One thing to note, I do put my hands over it so I don't get the cleaner squirting back in my face while I'm just trying to use the compressed air to dry it off. And once I'm satisfied that I've used enough air and contact cleaner, I'll just take the 2 thumbsticks and clip them back into place. Take the cover of this thing, snap it back into place. There are sort of little clips in there as well, so it does snap into place even without the screws. And then I'll take the 5 screws and reinstall them into the remote. Now, overall, this is a pretty fast and easy process, and it is my understanding that there's a lawsuit or something with Xbox because of how bad these thumbsticks are. So even though cleaning does work in some instances, it may be an actual problem with the remote that you've got. So just be advised that these older Xbox controllers aren't necessarily that good. But in my case, it seems to have worked. So just throw in, I don't know, whatever game my kids use on this thing, and you can see it is obviously not going straight back up, and I could actually walk around without looking directly at the sky the entire time, or continually pushing the right thumbstick down to keep it from going directly up into the sky. Anyway, hopefully this helps you. Like I said, there's a lot of problems with these remotes. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.